temporarily suspending the acceptance of the packages from China and
if you have a print-on-demand business that depends on partners like Yoycol or others out of China and Hong Kong, you really need to listen up. While everyone is talking about the impact on direct-to-consumer goods like packages you order from Shein, Temu, etc., this is going to massively disrupt any of those who are partnering with brands out of China that are depending on that to send small parcels. Now, quick context on what happened. We already knew about the 10% tariffs being imposed on goods, but the biggest discrepancy is the de minimis exemption, which is Latin for immaterial, too small to matter, essentially meant that any goods coming from China and Hong Kong under $800 were not subject to additional tariffs and taxes, which made them incredibly competitive to come into the US market. That policy is no longer in place. And furthermore, any packages of which it says here under the de minimis, there was over 4 million coming in each week, they no longer are exempt, meaning the prices are going to skyrocket, but more importantly, USPS is not going to accept those packages. Now, typically what happens if you work with Yoycol or any of these third-party partners based out of China or Hong Kong, they start with a local carrier like China Express or Yawen, and when it gets to the US, it is transferred to USPS, and you can send that package's tracking number to your customers in the US via USPS. Given the USPS has now suspended all of those packages, things you've already ordered are not going to make it to their customers, and you might not have a business moving forward. So what can you do? So I spoke to my rep at Yoycol to get an idea of what we can do, and essentially your only temporary answer is to switch all of your packages to express shipping so they depend on DHL, FedEx, or other carriers within the US and not USPS. Now, as someone who has been doing print-on-demand business for many years, let me give you a real example of what this is going to look like and how it affects your bottom line. For example, this is one of my most popular tops. This Oliver print colorful Vasily Kandinsky top. I partner with Yoycol, and normally I include standard shipping. You can see here, $7.58. That is the standard shipping price that is baked into my price so I can offer my customers in the US free shipping. When they pay that $7.58, they get the goods, free shipping. It is transferred from the local carrier to USPS, no problems. I can no longer do that. Yoycol advised that I switch to express shipping, but you can see here that same item all of a sudden is now $31.74, more than 4 times the cost to ship. Meaning you have 2 choices. You either dramatically increase your prices to include this new expedited shipping cost. Your customers might get things a little bit quicker, but are they really willing to pay 4 times the shipping cost baked in? Or you temporarily suspend everything that you have that is depending on China and Hong Kong to have it shipped to the USPS. There is a silver lining that potentially this might be a temporary ban. They have not ruled out a deal to pause the tariffs. That could impact the ban, but nothing's been confirmed yet. So again, if you are a small business owner,